Aljamain Sterling absolutely snapped at Dana White and the UFC after they decided to give Diego Lopez a rematch with Alex Volkanovski, jumping over him and the rest of the real contenders. Aljo said the whole reason the UFC became the #1 promotion in the world was because they always let the best fight the best. But right now it feels like everything is turning into a popularity contest instead of merit. Sterling is coming off a dominant win over Brian Ortega. But he made it clear he is not just campaigning for himself. He is saying the matchup itself makes no sense. There are multiple contenders who have put in the work while Diego is getting rewarded off hype more than off accomplishments. The Brazilian did not stay quiet either. He fired right back on social media, telling critics that sitting around complaining online is exactly why they are not getting title shots. He pointed out how active he has been, how willing he is to take risks, and contrasted that with Moser Evlov's long layoff and Lauren Murphy's slower activity rate. In his mind, momentum should matter, and he has it. And the funniest part of all this is that just a few months ago, back in September, Lopez himself said Murphy should be the next challenger for Volkanovski. Now, he is the one stepping into that spot, and the whole division is arguing about it.
What they're trying to do, they're trying to get us a champion that could represent Mexico and pretty much Brazil too. It's just, what is the criteria? That is all I want to know. I just want something that when we come into this sport, because I'm now 36, I got into this sport when I was 24, and merit used to mean something for the most part. The UFC used to be the organization, the best fights the best. Now it's, are you the most popular guy? Because if you're the most popular guy and you can fight just a little bit, we'll throw you in there. As long as you can fight a little bit and beat some of the best guys, or beat some favorable matchups that people might know, but it's enough for you to get a highlight win, we'll put you in that spot. And hopefully, if you're lucky, we cash out. I mean, I get the business model of it, but as the athlete, guys, I get the business model of it. If it was a close fight, I can get it. But for the most part, it was pretty much a masterclass on one side.
MMA Junkies UFC White House huge update. Justin Gaethje reacts to Paddy Pimblett fight. Mike Bohn just joined Josh Thompson's podcast and shared some interesting details about what he is hearing regarding the White House card. According to Bohn, the UFC might go with a very small, premium lineup, possibly just 5 fights total. He explained that the UFC wants every fight on that card to feel huge, not filler. He even mentioned Ilia Topuria's name as a possibility since El Matador is targeting a return around mid-2026. Nothing is confirmed though. Speaking of Topuria, the lightweight division has been a hot topic this week. Hours after Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett were officially booked for the interim belt, Justin reacted on Instagram, and he seems fully locked in. Despite all the backlash online from fans saying Paddy did not deserve it, Justin called Paddy the perfect dance partner. He said, "The timing, the spotlight, and the new UFC Paramount era make this the kind of fight where he can remind everyone why he is one of the most violent, exciting fighters of the era." No one is arguing that this fight is a banger and a must-watch main event, but fans are frustrated that merit is gone and Arman Tsarukyan might end up sitting out an entire year without a title shot.
I'm gonna try to do Conor versus Michael Chandler as the main event. If for some reason Conor is unavailable or unreliable or whatever, I could see a scenario where they pick up the phone and call John Jones and say, "Hey buddy, come through." But the one thing I did hear, not reporting as fact or anything, I heard there might only be 6 fights on this White House card. So if that's the case, then there's certainly going to be, a very limited level of entry there. But yeah, I could see them doing Conor and maybe like a Kayla Harrison title fight or something like that. I don't think it's going to be Conor, John Jones, Ilya versus Islam, Kayla Harrison, like 4 title fights, all this stuff. I think if you can get Conor there in the cage versus Chandler, a few other high profile fights, I think you say we've done our job here.
Yep. No, I said what it is. It's going to be ROI. What's my return on investment? Conor's going to sell all the same seats and tickets that John Jones would sell or anybody else. Yeah. I also think that you have to have Kayla Harrison.
Dana White is reportedly pulling out all the stops to get Khabib Nurmagomedov back in the octagon. And the numbers being mentioned are insane. Multiple Russian outlets claim that Saudi businessmen are willing to back the UFC to finance Khabib's salary if he agrees to return for one fight at the White House. The figure is said to be $100 million. That is right, $100 million for one fight, an amount no fighter in UFC history has ever even come close to earning. According to reports, United States President Donald Trump is fully on board with this idea, seeing Khabib as the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world despite being retired for years.
Хаба получает щедрые, я даже скажу, очень и очень щедрые предложения от арабских шейхов, которые готовы напечатать хоть миллиарды долларов, лишь бы вернуть Хабиба в октагон. Некоторые фанаты Хабиба не приняли еще такую реальность, что они не увидят орла снова в бою. Они готовы платить баснословные деньги, и поверьте, Дейна Уайт только на их стороне. Готовы заплатить Хабибу $100 миллионов за его возвращение, чтобы увидеть противостояние Хабиба с новым чемпионом. Дональд Трамп высказался про Хабиба Нурмагомедова и признал нашего Хабиба лучшим бойцом во всем мире. Все дело в том, что недавно состоялась встреча Даны Уайта и Дональда Трампа. И вот Дональд Трамп заявил: будет невероятный бой. Мы все будем обязательно это смотреть. Самого лучшего бойца в мире, вне зависимости.
Khabib has repeatedly turned down returns for years, but Dana is likely thinking this offer might finally pull him out of retirement. Trump even called out Khabib specifically, saying he wants Khabib to fight the new champion. That raises questions though. Who exactly is this new champion? And is the plan for Khabib to fight at lightweight? No official details yet, but one thing is certain. The UFC is aiming for a spectacle unlike anything seen before. Paddy Pimblett vows to destroy Gaethje, then Topuria, and then Arman. Paddy Pimblett just broke his silence on the Justin Gaethje fight. In a new UFC Europe promo, Paddy said that the moment he beats Justin, fans will immediately change the narrative again, claiming Gaethje was old or on his way out. He also laid out the exact roadmap he wants for 2026. First, he plans on grabbing the interim belt against Justin in January. After that, he wants to unify against Ilia Topuria by the middle of next year and then, as he put it, go after Arman Sarakin right after, promising that Arman can get the same treatment. Paddy is fully leaning into the chaos, calling out the entire top of the division in the same breath. Fans are loving the confidence, the energy, and the trash talk. And the promo has been everywhere since it dropped. But the backlash is huge too. People like Alia Sterling, as we talked about earlier, are calling the booking a joke and even pushing for fans to boycott the fight, arguing that Paddy has not earned this spot. Others say this is one of the most entertaining storylines of the year. Either way, Paddy has turned the volume all the way up. Interim belt in January, Topuria in the summer, Sukian after that. If his plan works out, 2026 might really be the biggest year of his life.
First ever time when I fought in January, the earliest I've ever fought. It's going to ruin my Christmas dinner and my birthday because I'm 31 like 3 weeks before it. But it's all going to be worth it when I lift that real title above my head and Paddy the Baddy is a world champion. And 2026 is going to be the biggest year of my life. I am coming for that interim title, then I'll be making it the undisputed title when I come and beat Ilia Topuria up and take the undisputed title. And then little posh boy, if he manages to fight in that time, because he likes sitting out and saying he's got a sore back, if little posh boy fights in that time and keeps his ranking, I'll punch his head in.
That is it from UFC Fight Scoop. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.